Rocket Men? Oh my god, this episode from the Loud House sucks. Here are the reasons why I hate this episode in my opinion. The episode starts with Lincoln and Clyde are watching a Starship Troopers movie at the Loud House. When a commercial break comes up, Lincoln and Clyde see a commercial for the Space Cadets Experience, a one-week event taking place at a space camp. Amazed by what they witnessed, Lincoln and Clyde proceed to ask their parents if they can go. At first, Rita, Lynn Sr., Howard and Harold are hesitant, since Rita and Lynn Sr. believe it to be too expensive, and Howard and Harold fear that Clyde won't be able to take care of himself for a whole week. However, when they see how excited the boys are, they agree to let them go. Lincoln and Clyde arrive to the space camp, and are awestruck at the amount of activities there are. However, throughout the day, Lincoln and Clyde realize that not everything is cracked up to be, as they get injured while playing in zero gravity, being unable to tolerate the gyroscope, the space toilet sucking Clyde's loaf off, and the cafeteria food being a mysterious green substance. As they eat, they learn from a couple girls that the activity that everyone does at the end of their week is the flight simulator, and become worried when the girls tell them that a group of kids used it, and 3 of them passed out. At night, Lincoln and Clyde admit that the Space Cadet Experience is not as fun as they thought, and proceed to call their parents to pick them up. The parents, feeling sorry for their kids, encourage them that they stay a little bit longer, saying that while they may not like it at first, they'll eventually find something they'll enjoy. The moment they hang up, Lincoln and Clyde proceed to break out by exiting through the front gate and using the moon rover, but their attempts are stopped by their counselor, Dan, who directs them to their cabin. While looking at their map, Lincoln spots a building with a recycling symbol, and assumes it's the recycling building, where everything that gets tossed out goes out the camp. Lincoln and Clyde head to the building, and turn on the light. However, to their horror, they're actually in the flight simulator. To make matters worse, the door behind them locks, forcing the boys to partake in the simulator. The simulator blasts off, and instructs the boys to safely maneuver through an asteroid field. Unfortunately, they end up hitting an asteroid, and the simulator instructs them to go outside the ship and flip the switches to reactivate the ship's life support systems. Donning space suits, Lincoln and Clyde act quickly to flip the switches, and when they do so, gravity kicks in, leaving the boys dangling. Sometime later, the boys express their excitement from the experience, when suddenly, Tarn comes in and says to the boys that she's sorry that her camp disappointed them. She also informs them that their parents are here, ready to pick them up. Outside, Lincoln and Clyde wait for their parents. When the parents arrive, they notice how down the boys are. Lincoln and Clyde explain that they gave the Space Cadet Experience a chance, and say that while they didn't enjoy it at first, they actually like it now. This speech makes the parents state that as long as they had fun, they can stay if they want, much to the boys' happiness as the episode ends. And that's how the episode goes. I don't know who likes or hates this episode, so I'm just gonna leave it be. So screw Rocket Men. And screw A Tattler's Tale. Tales of Woe is 3,456,763 times better than Rocket Men. End of rant.